Before we get into your spread today, allow me to vaguely provide you with some background information as to what it means when a planet is retrograde. Generally speaking, when a planet is retrograde, it means that the planet is orbiting much slower than usual and, from our perspective, appears to be traveling backwards. The best example that can further explain this is, say for instance you are traveling on the freeway. Your car and the vehicle in the lane beside you are traveling at the exact same speed. Then you decide to slightly increase your speed. It will then appear to you as though the vehicle next to you was moving backwards. The vehicle is not actually moving backwards, it simply appears that it is from your current perspective. So, in essence, Pluto is basically orbiting at a much slower speed or pace than usual. So Pluto retrograde in general entails that we may have difficulty transforming our lives due to fear of letting go. You will probably have difficulty expressing your personal power and influence. A fear of being controlled or of taking control can stem from past life and or childhood experiences involving abuse of power or being overly controlled. The severity as to how this will affect you will be shown through aspects to your Pluto in your natal chart. Regardless if your natal Pluto is retrograde or not, you will experience some of Pluto's energy. Your particular experience may not be felt as strongly as others. But this particular Pluto retrograde in April of 2017 starts on April 20th, 19 degrees in Capricorn, and ends on September 28th, 16 degrees in Capricorn, which brings opportunities for progress, but a number of big obstacles will have to be overcome to get there. An internal investigation is needed to root out a barrier to progress and eliminate it. Jupiter, also retrograde, adds one more degree of difficulty. Some destructive energy is hindering a necessary Plutonic transformation. This particular involvement of Jupiter suggests that this problem relates to greed, excess, faith, or ideology. What makes this particular Pluto retrograde much different is that Pluto will be aspected by Jupiter, which is also currently retrograde, by what is known as a square. An astrological square differs from an opposition, inasmuch as an opposition entails that two planets are not in harmony with each other, while a square entails tension. Given Jupiter square Pluto makes you want to succeed, and succeed big time. Success, power, and influence are all possible, but without some care, there could be ruthless determination, greed, corruption, obsessive and compulsive behavior, excessive pride, and overestimating resources. These are some of the themes that this Pluto retrograde could manifest within social groups and or social situations. On a lighter note, Jupiter retrograde in itself can promise achieved growth and happiness in a particular area of life that is important to you now. Whatever your hopes for the future may be, this year's Jupiter retrograde is an opportunity to make great leaps and bounds toward living out your dreams. However, with Jupiter retrograde square Pluto retrograde, if your goals are unrealistic, deceitful, or greedy, then disappointment and loss will more than likely follow. Okay guys, with that background information, let's go and get started on your spread. Hey, what's up Aquarius? Here's your reading for the Pluto retrograde. I pre-shuffled the cards. Let's go ahead and get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Aquarius with the clarity, understanding as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay the messages as they're meant to be. Alright, Spirit, please release the first card for Aquarius for permeation. I'm going to take these two cards. The Moon card. And for the second, for proposal, Strength in reverse. Good Spirit, please release the third card for Aquarius for propriety. Spirit, release the third card for Aquarius for propriety, please. Aquarius, are you not speaking to people? Keeping things a little in? Spirit, release the third card. Okay. The Three of Wands. Nothing was popping out, Aquarius. Not speaking to people. Is that why maybe the Moon card is here? But let's continue with the rest of the spread. You never know how things will turn out. Right, Spirit, please release the fourth card for Aquarius for propriety. Aquarius' card for propriety. Excuse me, guys. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Right, Spirit, please release the fifth card for Aquarius for purgation. Too many. Yeah, I'm going to take these two, guys. I'm sorry, Aquarius. What's going on with me? So for the fifth position, Seven of Wands in reverse. And for the sixth position of Pursuance, you have the Mother of Cups in reverse. Please release Aquarius's for last card for the Pluto Retrograde for purpose, please. It's Aquarius's purpose. Temperance in reverse. Okay, Aquarius. So for the messages attempting to reach your intuition, what I'm getting from this spread, Aquarius, or this specific card in this specific position, is emotion. Also a little bit of intuition. I'm kind of picking up on emotion or the realization of emotion and what it can bring, whether that's good or bad, or productive or counterproductive. It's feeling more in terms of, how can I say it? Sorry guys, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here, but before actions are taken, let's sometimes just put ourselves in positions as to how we or the other party will feel. I feel like sometimes with Aquarius, and it's one of your guys' traits, and it serves you guys, it's ridding yourselves of the emotion to, I don't want to say seek the truth or to get the truth, but it's ridding your guys' self of the emotion to maybe think objectively, which is not the issue. But when you do it too often, it can become an issue. Because what ends up happening is it turns into a habit. And habits are very hard to break. So I want to say the feeling I'm getting from this card is, let's not wave our sword around a little bit too much. Let's think less with our head and more with our heart. And maybe think, I don't know if vicariously is the right word, but let's be more sympathetic and possibly empathetic as well. Or vice versa, empathetic and more sympathetic about how situations and actions will make other people and yourself eventually feel. For your second card, the areas in your life that you need to reflect on, you guys got the Strength in reverse. I just want to let you guys know, I'm not sure why, but my throat's getting really dry, my eyes are getting very dry, and I'm not really sure why, because I didn't feel any of this before the reading, but I'm just gonna let you guys know how I'm feeling about it. So the Strength card in reverse is just someone who is not a master of their emotions. Because when the Strength card is upright, it's someone who is able to realize that they must stay strong in all types of situations, or whatever the situation is within the spread, whatever it calls for, or what's around it, the surrounding cards. But here, it's in reverse. So there's really no sense of, or of not having mastery of your emotion, which is pretty crazy when it's right next or actually directly after the Moon card, which is all about emotion. So is your emotion something you need to reflect on that's trying to reach your intuition? To maybe see why Strength is in reverse? For your third card, you got the Three of Wands, for the hidden truths that command your honesty. Give me a second, guys. Let me see what I'm picking up on here. Are we envisioning the future? Which is pretty good. Hey, we all have to have a plan, right? Because, a plan without a goal is just a wish, right? Like the Star card. But what is it that we're envisioning? Are we envisioning abundance? Are we doing everything ourselves that requires the attainment of such abundance through our own independence? I'm also picking up on why is it that maybe sometimes we can feel like we can help people, but yet our strength or our morals and our ethics aren't aligned with such help that we provide? Is it authentic? Is it because the perception is off, maybe? Meaning maybe your delivery of the perception? Is it because you don't feel too strong that you may feel that when you give advice to other people, it's possible that it makes you feel good about yourself, which is great. Hey, I can't argue with that one. But is it coming from an organic place? So are we really helping others? Or are we really assisting them if it's not coming from an organic place? And are other people maybe assisting you? And you're maybe not choosing to do it yourself or to learn the skills so you can do it yourself? Because, I mean, you can envision the future, but you're just envisioning it. Are you actually putting it, into action? Or are we just envisioning what it could be? Are we putting the necessary skills into making sure that we reverse that strength card so that it's upright? For your fourth card, the dark sides of your personality being highlighted. It's okay, Aquarius, if you can't do it all on your own, or if you feel like you don't have that balance sometimes. That's a normal thing, which makes sense, and it coincides with the strength card in reverse as well. Because when the Two of Pentacles is reversed, it means balance, having the necessary attainments to be able to handle all the life situations that come into play. You're able to handle them and you're able to tackle them with efficiency, with valor, and also with confidence. But why is the strength card in reverse? And you have the moon, which is emotion that's trying to reach your intuition, and when you need to reflect on your strength, but yet it's in reverse. But yet your perception is not in line, or it's not in line with success in a sense, because you don't really feel like you can handle all of the situations that are being thrown at you. You feel like you don't have the balance. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse coincides with the strength in reverse, and also, in a sense, with the moon. Is it your perception through the way you maybe handle things, or the way that you portray maybe who you are or your ideals? Because if your perception is off or it's convoluted, the rest that follows, or what subsequently follows, will not be straight. In a sense, it's going to be even more convoluted, because it's going to become more convoluted or more twisted the further down that it goes. For your fifth position, for purgation, the best method in ridding the negativity I'm kind of picking up on here that we need to remember that it's okay to not know where to go or how to forge our own way. But not knowing how to forage your own way, how are you going to rid yourself of that negativity? Because what I'm picking up on is the reason why it's in reverse is because, do you really know which way to go or how to forage it? Because in order to change the negativity, we must see the positivity, and we must actually take in and assimilate the positivity, which negates the negativity. But if your strength is down, your emotion is maybe too high, or it's trying to reach your intuition to have maybe some kind of sympathy or empathy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chris, I'm getting so dry. It's like, this is strange. And you feel like you can't handle the situations and you aren't balanced. How are you going to forge your own way, and how are you going to rid yourself of that negativity? Like I said at the beginning, a goal without a plan is just a wish. For your sixth card, the transitions and adjustments ahead, you guys got the Mother of Cups in reverse. which is a little ironic since you guys do carry water. You're the water barrier. It's someone who is not so insightful, someone who's not gentle, who doesn't heal properly, and who isn't kind when it's in reverse SO. Are you maybe going to go through more periods of that? Or is everything that we have gone over so far, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, is that going to lead to more of not being able to master your emotions? Or are you starting to feel like that? Or you may begin feeling like that? Because things come back tenfold. And we always have to remind ourselves that whenever we do certain things that maybe aren't so benign, or they aren't with the best intentions that are involved, we must be prepared to take the repercussions of that or to accept them. And choose that that's what we were willing to do. Sort of like, does the ends justify the means in a sense? Or does, like the end justify the means? But it seems like you're not really ready for that. But eventually, how we treat people or individuals, eventually that catches up to us. And when it does, can we really be upset at that? Do we really actually have to try and justify it? Is it justified? Is it an even ending in a sense? Or is it an even give and take? Like kind of what goes up must come down in a sense? So Aquarius, for your last card, the destination that awaits this retrograde, it's got Temperance in reverse. I don't want to sound like I'm berating you, Aquarius, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for spiritual guidance, and I'm here for empowering everyone. But when I look at the Temperance in reverse for the destination, that awaits this retrograde, I'm starting to get the feeling, Aquarius, that maybe during this retrograde, which is pretty, well, from the time of this recording, it's pretty soon. Aquarius, it may be time to melt. Just as Virgos have. I'm a Virgo sun, so I went through it. It's not fun. Everything has caught up to us. When I'm saying us, I mean Virgos. We're starting a new life cycle. I hate to bring up Virgo in here, but it coincides with what I'm trying to express to you. We're back at the first house. Virgos, in terms of us. That 12th house transit was hell. Now, I'm not really sure where you guys are right now. If you guys are interested, comment, and I'll go ahead and let you know where you're at in terms of Aquariuses, in terms of like suns, if it's your sun sign. But we melted, and it all caught up to us. And maybe Aquarius, it may be time for you to melt. Because when the Temperance is in reverse like this, it's not having that healing or that renewal. And why is it in the purpose position? Why should we not have healing and renewal? Because, after all, when we have healing and renewal, oh, I understand. I'm sorry. Spirit just presented it to me right now. When we have healing and renewal, we are then able to be sympathetic and empathetic towards other people, and we know how it feels to be in that position. Sort of like the old saying, no one truly understands until you're the one standing there. Maybe it's time to see, Aquarius, how it is to stand there and to be in that position when you cut people, or when you choose to make, when I say cut, I mean like with your, with your sword, metaphorically. Maybe it's time to get a taste of your own medicine in a sense. And like I said, I'm only saying this as guidance for you guys. I'm not saying this to, with an evil or injurious intent, because this is not the point of my channel, nor is it the point of this whole entire tarot spread. I mean, at least that's not from my point of view. That's not what I go for. I may be a little bit, I may be a little rough, or I may say things in a certain tone, but it's only meant for good. It's meant to guide everyone. And maybe, Aquarius, you need to stand there and see how it feels, because it's not fun. I believe that's all I'm picking up from this, Aquarius. So yeah, I'm sorry guys if this was not too great of a reading, but as I am just a conduit, that's what I purely am, for Spirit to reveal this to you, to whoever it is that needs this today. Yeah, I think that's all, Aquarius, in terms of what I'm getting or what I'm picking up from here. Alright, Aquarius, I hope you appreciate it. Your spread for the Pluto retrograde. Air signs, specifically Sun air signs. This message is not intended to berate you, nor to divest your character. This message is merely intended to be utilized as spiritual guidance and constructive criticism. There comes a time when we must see the error of our ways. Given, there is also a time when we must experience and feel such errors in a profound and visceral manner. My fellow swords, I can see and feel such demise on the forefront for you as a collective. I am not going to go into specifics in terms of what air sign deserves more or less scrutiny, for such judgment is as voracious as stating, picking the lesser of two evils. Now, I am not referring to any of my fellow air signs as evil, for we all have our own closets of hollow bones. I feel the culmination of a karmic cycle commencing quite soon for the air sun signs. I feel as though it is time for you to be on the receiving end of the spectrum. Now, however the universe chooses to delegate such karmic lessons is out of anyone's hands or control. If one has been benign and diplomatic by nature, then this message should not have any worry or worth upon your conscience. I myself am not malevolent by any means, but this is what Spirit has revealed to me. I really do hope that I am wrong. I yearn to be wrong, and would rejoice to in fact be. By me stating such of a claim, it's inciting that I hope Spirit is wrong as well. For there is error in human relations and perceptions, and I may in fact be perceiving or interpreting such information wrong. If wrong, I will not be upset at myself, for we never lose, we either win or learn. If right, I cannot be upset as to the manner in which the universe decides to carry out its plan. I'm sorry if I have upset anyone and for the vagueness of this message, but I simply feel compelled to deliver it. As always, intuitive perception sends nothing but love and light to everyone.